Okay, so in this video, you will learn about how I use how I consult the client and use that knowledge to figure out what kind of error that she made, and the lesson I learned from the Hell Kitchens and how you can apply it to your campaigns and run it to grow your deposit. Now, before we get started,
Do it one more time. I'm trying to look right here.
okay, one more time. So over it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on this video, you will learn about the mistake that one VP of marketing from a community bank made, and the lesson of how I learned from the Hell Kitchens and how you can use that to really apply to your online campaigns. Okay. Now, before we get started, if you're serious about growing deposit, you can check out a webinar that I put together for you by typing go to bankwebinar.com to check it out. Okay. So let's get started. Okay, so have you heard about this guy, or have you seen him before? His name is Gordon Ramsay, Chef Gordon Ramsay. He's a celebrity chef, and he started a show called The Hell's Kitchen, and it's in its 16 seasons. So it is a show where contestants will do a cook-off and fight for one spot to work for his restaurant. Okay, it's kind of fun. I love him. You know, he's British, right? And then he curses all the times, and you can see the dynamics of the team fighting for a spot, and really entertainment. Okay, I would encourage you to check it out. So the key is this. Last week I checked out a website called masterclass.com. This is where Ramsay he's going to teach a class about how to cook. On this website, it's like, wow, that's really interesting, right? A personality like Gordon Ramsay is going to teach a class about cooking. So I said, I'm going to sign up, and I did. All right. So I found one dish that I really like, which is called cauliflower steaks with olives and mushrooms. That's really interesting, right? And plus, I love vegetarian dish, and I thought, this may be fun for my families, and it may be fun for me, to do something non-business related. Okay. All right. So, So I watched this video multiple times, and check all of the ingredients and make sure everything is right. So, guess what? All right. On the left, you have this is the dish that he made that from the ingredient book, and this is the one on the right. Is exactly what I made. See what happens? You know what? I rate myself as 7, but in reality, when I presented this dish to my family that night, on Monday night dinners, it was fantastic. The whole family was like, "Wow, what happened? What did you make?" I told them it is cauliflower steak and then Chef Gordon Ramsay just gave me a private lesson. People were like, "Oh, laugh up," The key is this. Our family had a blast that night because I learned from the master, and Ramsay was so masterful at teaching you all of the ins and outs and the nuances of this dish to make sure that you don't, even if you fail very badly, the end result is going to turn out great like this one. Okay, so what's the lesson I'm going to learn from this? Well, the lesson is this: when you learn from the master, you hardly messed up. And the best thing is that just have fun, right? All right, so that leads up to my next point is that about a conversation that I have with the VP of marketing from a bank. Now, before I go on, I just want to make sure that if you like what you see right now, you can go to a website called go to bankwebinar.com to check out all of the webinars that I created on how a bank grew a deposit to $2.9 million in only 90 days. Okay, so let's get started. So,
Gina, how much did you guys spend on the ESOP campaign?
I think it was 3 months, but we didn't do the 3 months because we didn't get anything after the first month. I think the 3 months was 14 to 16,000 for each platform, which we used NOLA.com, which was the newspaper here, and The Advocate, which is a popular newspaper here. We did only digital, and we also were included in their extended network.
So what's the total number?
Well, we didn't do the whole 3 months because, first of all, NOLA was purchased by The Advocate, so they're kind of like trying to work through their merger, and so we didn't want to place the ad and continue it when they were becoming come in one newspaper. So we only did 1 month. It would have been 30,000 for 12 weeks. We seemed like we got a lot of impressions and seemed like we got a lot of clicks, but we didn't get any applications.
Oh, there you go. That's a very, very short conversation that I have with Kate, a VP of marketing of a community banks. So there you go. You see the problems. So she got lots of clicks, lots of impressions, but no results. So that is exactly why I think the experience I had with Chef Ramsay was so important, because I learned from the masters. And if you learn from the master as well, you will get exactly the result that you want, even if you met things up really badly. So here's what happened. So I was able to analyze Kate's result, and here's what we found from our campaigns. So from this picture, you see three boxes, right? So I will explain the first box. The first box is that, well, before explaining you the first box, I want you see different color code right here. So blue means the number of clicks, orange means the number of impressions, yellow means the number of conversions, and the green one means the cost to run the campaigns. Okay, so let's go in. I want to explain to you about the first box, which is, okay, on the first box, as Kate mentioned earlier, in the first 30 days when she ran the campaign, she got lots of clicks, lots of impressions, but what? No application, meaning no conversions. So let's look at what happens on the first 90 days. This is the simulation from this is the real campaign that we put together. And as you can see, my arrows, you see the red line stand for impressions, and the blue line stand for clicks. And you see initially the impression line really took off and dominate for the entire campaigns, right? So that is explain why Kate got lots of impression, but look at the conversion is where the application is coming from. The conversion is really low, right? It fluctuates, but really low. So if Kate stopped the campaign right here, she just missed the boat, and as a result, she lost $10,000. So let's move on to the next box. And exactly what you saw: lots of impression, lots of clicks, but 0 applications. Okay, so on the second box, as you can see, as the result, as the campaign is ramping up, and Google is learning about the algorithm to make sure that it shows up your ad even more. And you can see at this point, the cost is going high and low, right? And suddenly you got the impression line, the clicks line all going up, right? All going up. Okay, and so does the cost. So this is the phase where the campaign is adjusting itself, right? Adjusting itself. Okay, let's talk about the third box. It's getting very, very interesting. The third box, you see what happened? All of a sudden, let's look at the cost line first, okay? All of a sudden, the cost line is going down, downward trend. So what does it mean? It means, so when the cost line is going down, all other lines are going back up, such as the conversion line, the green, the yellow one is going up, the blue one, the clicks is going up, right? And of course, the impression is going down a little bit, because that is where the campaign is generating results. So let's see, you see the clicks and the conversions. And by the way, the cost is going down, right? So that's exactly the point that you need to understand, that if you stop right in the middle, you fail big time. Okay, and there you go. This is exactly the result that you want. That you see the green line, the cost line. The cost line is chugging down at as minimum. The side cost in sideways. So your cost is not rising at all. And what you need them to rise is other metrics such as the clicks, impression, and conversions. See those lines? They're going out, going up, while the cost line is only at the bottom. Right? This is exactly what you're looking for in a profitable campaign. Oh, by the way, and from that result, we were able to blow all of the big four, right? Edward Jones, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch, blow them out of the waters. And look at the huge gap between the campaign that we are running for our client and those big four, right? Huge gap. We blew them out of the waters, because the way that we ran campaign so successfully that we were able to beat all the big four out. And this is exactly the same system that we use to create over 4,000% ROI that you saw right here that we created for our clients. So from $66,000, we generate over $2.9 million. Okay, so if you're interested into what you see right now, you can check out the website. Go to bankwebinar.com, where I put together a free webinar for you, so you can learn exactly the same strategy behind, so that you can grow your deposits.